I think I made it. Oh, almost under the wire of 11:11. How you doing? I've been doing not so great, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Wouldn't you know, now that it's nearly bedtime. Anyway, anytime's a great time to feel better, isn't it? And also, anytime is a good time to check on it with the body. I haven't been spending any time out here in the Head Hutt, so it's a little bit chilly. But giving my house back up, so chilly Head Hutt it is for stretch and strengthening time. As usual, I'm here to check in with my own body, hold myself accountable, and let go of a little stress, because that's important for me. And I invite you to join me to whatever degree you feel like. I encourage you to, at the very least, take a deep breath or two, shake off some stress, let some stuff go. If it's the end of the day where you are, like it is for me, it's a particularly good time to just do a little check-in, do a little stretch-in before bedtime. I've got a twisted rib or something that's been paining me all day, and it is slightly better. Oh, it's too chilly in here. I didn't warm it up. It's slightly better, I'm happy to say, but it is hindering me, so that's what I'll be contending with as I do just a little stretching. I think I'm going to just start with a little of this twisting and free arm swinging. So I think I can tolerate that. Now, I did a little work. Let me show you. This is one of my favorite tools. It's called a maw roller. Your spine goes in here. You lay on it. It's like a chiropractor in a log. Only for the spine. But this has saved me a lot of times, and indeed did get my rib back most of the way where it goes, so I'm not in excruciating pain anymore like I was this morning, and I'm hoping to wake up back on track. But before I go to bed, I'm going to do a little stretching, and I'm going to start with a little of this just because I've been sitting at the desk for a long while. Got some tension building in the arm, so bringing the arm across the body, wiggling that shoulder around, wiggle that shoulder around passively using the other arm, or actively using the shoulder itself. Gotta remember to shake that off in between. Let's do that again on each side. Wiggling around actively, that's engaging the muscles to stretch, and passively, that's using this other arm to stretch and trying to relax this arm, although it's not used to relaxing today, so hence why I practice. Got a little ka-chunking in there. I'm going to bring hands behind the back and roll shoulders together, roll elbows towards each other, pressing palms, coming into a little bit of a counter stretch. And then coming into a forward fold, bending from the hips, just bringing those arms with me. As usual, I give you permission to sigh if you need it. I'm just wiggling around in all kinds of dynamic ways, trying to get that rib to just settle in where it belongs. Shaking some stress off the hands. Let's do a little quick neck check, shall we? Just going to start by bending chin toward chest and then lifting chin. I'm going to go back and forth a couple times, side to side a couple times, and then do a little circling. Again, just loosening things up and dissipating some stress before I go read myself to sleep. Aiming ears for shoulders, trying to remember to relax those shoulders. Just do some circling, just checking in with that neck gently. So I do have some snap, crackle, pops in there going on. Could be worse, though, that's for sure. I'm grateful. It's feeling all right. All in all, let's go the other way again. Just kind of loosening that up. I gotta be kind of careful with the body because it's still coming off a pretty severe flare-up. So it's a delicate dance of doing just enough but not too much. Let's do a little shoulder shrugging and then some deep breathing. I'm going to start with just bringing the shoulders up into the ears. I like to clench my toes and fingers and pull up in the pelvic floor. And then just let it go. Let the arms swing. I'm going to do that a couple more times. Breathing in. Get the knees involved that time. And then shaking off the stresses. One more. Pulling everything in. Tensing, tightening, pulling up. And then just releasing. Letting go of that stress. Doing a little wiggle jiggle. Get things worked out. I'm going to do a little more of this. Gentle side to side twisting. I'm going to do a little side bending because that comes to mind. Lifting the arms, dropping the shoulders, keeping both feet rooted, and just a little gentle stretch to one side. Little gentle stretch to the other side. For contrast, instead of rooting both feet, you can take weight off of the side that you're leaning to and bend differently and usually deeper, I find. Although it puts the stretch in a different place for me, a little lower down, like toward the waist. Just noticing there's not one way, there's not a right way or a wrong way, not one right way and not one wrong way. There are probably more than one right or wrong ways for you right now. I'm going to again root those feet into the center of the earth and do a little side bending from that rooted position, which changes the stretch upwards for me. And then again, for contrast, going to the side, taking weight off of the right side and bending to the right, taking weight off the left side and bending to the left. And then I'm going to come back to center. Shake out those hands a little bit. Again, let's do a little deep breathing. I'm going to lift the arms, breathe in and drop the diaphragm. So I'm going to be focusing on pooching out the belly. Pardon me, because that helps me remember to just relax. And as I relax the belly, it helps the diaphragm drop down, making more room for the lungs to expand. So breathing in, dropping the diaphragm, and then breathing out, lowering the hands, and I'm pushing up in the diaphragm. I'll use my hands a little bit this way instead of this way with that breath, just to keep the focus more on this diaphragm breathing here. So breathing in and then exhaling. I like to hold at the end of each of those inhales and exhales a little bit. Although I find it impossible to talk and not exhale at the same time. I haven't mastered that yet. Just focusing on breathing in wellness, vitality, and breathing out whatever no longer serves me. shake that off a little bit. Keeping it short and sweet this evening, as I mentioned. Just doing a quick body check before I get ready for bed. Gotta sing my life a little. Haven't been doing that for the last, I don't know, it's been at least an hour, so it's high time. High time I do a little singing to myself. Let's do some snap claps. Just to shake things up a little bit. I usually go clap snaps. And in both directions I'm a little bit fuzzy, but yeah, could be worse. So there's that. I'm going to do a little more of this. I would do some more forward folding, but I think the lighting and the camera angle is not so good for you to share that with me, so I will do that on my own time. Perhaps I'll even do a little standing on my head. Might be up for it. I'm going to do just a little checking in with the ankles, bringing my weight onto the right, bringing this left knee up toward left shoulder, and giving that a little rotation. And the other way. Trying to just relax into that, relaxing the supporting foot, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under a little bit, and relaxing through the core while still feeling supported and long and strong. I'm going to set that down, stomp that out a bit, bringing weight onto the other side, and lifting this right knee up toward right shoulder. Again, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing that supporting foot, tucking the tailbone under a little bit. And let's do a little circle on that ankle. And the other way. Just letting go of stress. Let's do a little check-in with those wrists. Those hard-working and underappreciated fingers and wrists. Going the other way. Shake that off. Let's do big arm circles. I like to involve the knees and get a big circle. You try some different ways. See what works for you. I'm getting tangled in that rope light. Going the other way. Getting some stretch through the chest and the shoulders. Do that side cross body stretch again. Just dissipating stress, dislodging stagnation. Checking in with the breath, checking in with the smile, checking in with ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and hips over ankles. I'm going to just check in with alignment with a breath or two of rooting myself into the center of the earth. Hanging myself from the center of the universe. Kind of like to imagine that I'm being stretched out between the two, not uncomfortably, just enough to make me a little bit taller. Did that same song just play in your head? Or was it just me? Anyway. If it did, put the next line in the comment section, wherever that is these days. So I can smile about it, would you? Thanks. Also, thanks for stopping by, and mostly, thanks for giving yourself a little love, taking time to take a breath and let it go. Maybe taking a little time to practice your smile. I guess I'm going to get to standing on my head. So, till next time, I bid you adieu. I wish you a fantastic night or day or whatever you're into. Ciao for now.